Hey guys, real quick before the video starts, Gamescom is obviously going on right now and I'm not there. Couldn't go this year. Hopefully I'll be able to go next year. Kind of poor right now. There's not a huge variety of games at Gamescom this year. You obviously have Call of Duty, you've got Gears of War, you've even got Titanfall 2, big AAA games like that. There's not a lot more coming out. There's not a lot of stuff that has been revealed, but we did get a couple good tidbits. In my opinion, Resident Evil 7 is hands down the game of the show. From the little bit of what we've seen and the fact that you can actually use your virtual reality glasses and everything with it, the game is going to look phenomenal. But with that said, I've got a couple more games to share with you guys today that I think are going to be pretty awesome. Go ahead and check them out. What is up, guys? All the way over on the other side of the world right now in Germany, a massive convention known as Gamescom is happening, which is a lot like our E3 over here in the States. Unfortunately, I can't be there because of the fact that, I'm a poor-ass kid, but I still want to at least share with you all of what I'm looking forward to from the show, so let's get started. Alright, first up we have the follow-up to the South Park and the Stick of Truth. Now, let me get the name of it right here. It's the Fractured Butthole, not the Fractured Butthole, which is what they want you to think. It's a classic play on words, I know. They're hilarious. Anyway, the game is stylized to look like you're playing an episode like straight out of the TV. It's super cool how they do it. You gotta see it. It's got great humor as you would expect out of any type of South Park game, and I can't wait for this one. There is a new quote-unquote Metal Gear game, but since Kojima got flushed out of Konami unceremoniously, yada yada yada, it's probably not worth my time or your time, so on to the next game. This next one I'm super hyped for. Resident Evil is finally back. Well, hopefully it's back. It looks good. There's been lots of mismanagement with the whole series after RE4 released. It hasn't really gone in the proper direction, but RE7 hopes to bring the series back to the balls-to-the-wall scariness, which is why I fell in love with the series in the first place. The game seems to take place in a first-person perspective, which seems okay so far, but I want to try it in VR before making a decision whether it's a good choice or a bad choice. But the batshit crazy lady in the trailer makes me want to see more and more of this game every time I see it.
Where do you think you're going?
Next up, rolling right along here. Game I bet none of you, or at least the majority of you, can't even play at full resolution yet. That's how futuristic this game is. In all seriousness. I played everything in the series except for Judgment, which doesn't even count in my opinion. But Gears 4 in 4K looks like more of the same beautiful destruction and alien killing, but it's in 4K. The only thing I hope for in this game is that Marcus stays alive for the whole thing, because I think I have my suspicions that they're going to try and kill off this old guy. Next up, I feel like I have to at least mention this game because, it's like the biggest franchise in the world and whatnot. But Call of Duty Infinite Warfare got a new Zombies trailer, which takes place in some 80s disco era, which looks pretty funky. But you know why we're all buying this game, and that's for the Modern Warfare remake. Larger YouTubers like Allier, for example, were actually able to get into the demo and the remake on the show floor, and from what they're saying, I'm going to love it as much as I did the first time around. I'm so excited for this remake. Suck it, noobs. Alright, next one down the line. Please, all of my 90s kids, please stand up. The developer of the original Banjo-Kazooie have formed a new studio called Playtonic, and they're back and making platformers with the same cheeky humor that they made years and years ago. I'm super hyped for Yooka-Laylee because it's looking like Banjo 3E that we never got. So if you aren't 21 or older, you're going to have no idea what I'm talking about, and if you do know what I'm talking about, I don't have to say anymore. The game is going to speak for itself. And finally, the last game on my list right now is Titanfall 2. I hope that Respawn learns from all the things that they fucked up in Titanfall 1 and rework everything and make it more balanced in a larger scale warfare, yada yada yada. I love the idea of piloting mechs, and oh yeah, in this one, there's actually a single player mode, so it's got that going for it too. Thank you all for tuning into my brief Gamescom coverage, and hopefully next year I'll be able to actually attend it and bring you better coverage, but let me know what you loved from the show down below in the comments, and thank you for pounding the thumbs up button. It really helps me out a lot, and make sure to stay tuned for future live streams, vlogs, and gameplays. I'll see you guys all later.